later on for you, as is the way of these international friendlies. But as it stands at the moment, assuming that Bernd Leno will come on, the only players that Löw hasn't tried in these two friendly matches, Sebastian Rudy, he's back in the squad. He was released last week to attend the birth of his baby. Julian Brandt hasn't featured yet, Sandro Wagner hasn't featured yet, the young defender Niklas Süle of Bayern Munich, and Emre Can, who was sent back early to Liverpool with injury. Gabriel Jesus' side lead because he scored the goal to atone for that earlier error. Certainly this would be a fitting way for Brazil to leave this little European World Cup warm-up tour with a revenge victory over the team that slaughtered them 4 years ago. Off we go in the second half. Brazil, of course, in the famous yellow and blue, and they're kicking from left to right in this second half. The name of Germany's official World Cup kit, by the way, for they're in the green. This is what I'm telling you. This I mentioned this to you on Friday, didn't I? It's something like where the ocean goes to the meadow. It's green, basically, isn't it?
Yes, I couldn't quite understand or work it out then. Still a little bit confused.
Anyway, there you go. It's an iconic shirt, whatever. And Boateng will lever this away. Will certainly be, if he stays fit, a pillar of the German defence in a couple of months' time. There's a foul.
And I can understand both coaches not wanting to make any changes yet, especially in the goalkeeping department. This is a game, remember, that you want to win, so you want.
It's in by Marcelo, chested back to Kevin Trapp, who I think he is the goalkeeper at the moment, with Neuer returning to fitness on the outside looking in. I think Bernd Leno, who played in a couple of the qualifiers, would be the third choice. Ter Stegen has gone back to his club. He picked up a little knee problem recurrence on Friday against Spain. I think he'll go as 2 to Neuer, and I think Leno will go as 3. So it's giving Kevin Trapp another opportunity.
He's actually named on the bench, isn't he, Ter Stegen? I believe I actually saw him in the warm-up. It may have been officially released, but maybe he's decided to stay with the group.
Here's Goretzka.
This is somebody who's masquerading as Barcelona #1.
Kimmich. Boateng to Kroos. That's by Marvin Plattenhardt, who sent in 2 or 3 dangerous crosses in the first half, headed away by Dani Alves. Decent start in the second period for Germany, just as they put in against Spain on Friday, when they were the poorer team in the first half. Very poor in the opening 20 minutes.
Could hardly get the kick. It's the top-class outfit, of course, and Brazil have given them a little bit more leeway. They've had more of the ball, but still not able to get the opening goal. And of course, it's given them that edge and that real determination now to try and get themselves back in level terms. And it means that there's no chance of this game, certainly in the next 10 or 15 minutes. It's petering out into pretty tame and worthless exercise.
Certainly, I think that 20-minute period by Spain on Friday was the best 20 minutes we've seen from any of the 3 sides in the 2 internationals we've covered in the last 4 or 5 days. I thought they were fantastic. But here's Marvin Plattenhardt, never been beaten as a German international. Sane in towards Draxler, it's not going for him at all. Boateng. Kimmich bent his foot around it, looking for Draxler. And, safely held by Alisson.
It was all very tight, trying to get through the middle of that Brazilian midfield and the defence.
Alisson's gone 405 minutes now without conceding a goal for club and country. He's been in good form. Paulinho is strong in there. Brazil on the counter, look for Gabriel Jesus, well dealt with, and Boateng's gone down, and the way he's gone down is alarming here for Germany.
Well, I think they're looking to get away with that, Germany. Willian picks that ball up well, and he's threading a through ball to... that's not a tidy challenge, is it, from Gabriel Jesus on Jerome Boateng. Once again, he read the situation really well, the Germany captain. Certainly quick enough and more than strong enough to deal with the Manchester City forward.
He played 3 qualifiers, Boateng, which is startling. Really, he was left out of the side from November 16 to November 17, and against Northern Ireland away. Yeah, we're 100% in qualifying Germany, only the second team to achieve that result.
Yeah, being raked down on the back of your ankle and on your Achilles. It's not very nice at all. But that's much better than a twist. And him going to ground and then his leg given away from under him. That will be painful. There'll be some bleeding underneath the sock. Who knows if it was really a full-blooded one. Should recover pretty quickly from that.
Just look from Antonio Rudiger, and you can understand why. Right on the eve of Euro 16, he picked up a cruciate knee ligament injury and was ruled out of that tournament. Boateng's defensive partner today.
Even if he doesn't come back on the field of play today, which I've got a feeling he will do. He's been helped off. That will wear off in a couple of minutes, and then we'll to league proceedings. I'm sure in a couple of days that will settle down.
Plattenhardt, pressure on him by Willian. Dug out and cleared away by Rudiger. Gundogan's just dropped into cover at centre half at the moment. Marcelo. João Miranda. Here's Dani Alves. Willian. Cross read that. He was caught in possession by Casemiro, and Brazil looked to wrap it up, but Coutinho's shot always rising and it didn't come down.
Usually does that so well as Coutinho sets himself and really powers into that ball. And it's quite a few yards over, however.
Here comes Jerome Boateng.
Yeah, a few minutes, he should run that off. Just a flesh wound.
So we're really relishing this autumn of his international, because that's handball.
Scooped it away.
Casemiro. Poor backgrounds. Casemiro came from a very poor upbringing. Still managed to get hold of a PlayStation, but he had to sell the PlayStation.
It's standard, isn't it? Even if you are very, very poor.
But he needed, I think it was £4 a day or something like that for his bus and his training money. That's why he sold his PlayStation. Flag stayed down there. That's a poor ball out. Rudiger. Here's Willian. Alves has gone on. He was fouled.
I don't see too much wrong with that. And Alves was just waiting for the ball to arrive, and Rudiger stepped in, just planted his body. And thought it was illegal.
Well, he's not shy in going down, Dani Alves, under pressure. We've seen it through his long and illustrious career. A career that has brought him 28 trophies at club level. Here's Gabriel Jesus. Played that wide to Marcelo, and all the while Paulinho was well positioned. Still galloping up and back at the left fullback.
I think they were the feet of Boateng.
I assume so.
Just trying to show us the director whether he's moving gingerly or not. He will do for a few minutes, as I said. It's such an area, such a poor area for circulation in the body that It'll take quite a while before you feel comfortable again.
Marcelo, Coutinho veers away from the one challenge. Paulinho back to him, tight area, good dummy. Willian couldn't finish. It was a brilliant block by Rudiger, and the follow-up is well dealt with, because the shot from Paulinho had pace and power, and that's a fine save by Kevin Trapp.
Yeah, you feel better about that, the Germany goalkeeper. After conceding in the first half, not really his fault. Good block from Jerome Boateng. Actually, it was Rudiger, he threw himself to the ball. This one, is it on target? Oh, it certainly is. That is a good save. Nice height for him, but that was travelling. Well hit by Paulinho, and that's a good save.
Coutinho works it back to Alves. Marcelo, on forward by Willian. He looks a more confident goalkeeper now.
Yeah, he will enjoy. If he doesn't get any more work to do the next 2 minutes, he can just rest assured that he's done a couple of good things already in the second half.
I think his defence put him under pressure in the first 5 or 6 minutes, didn't they? And with the back pass, and he was poor in his distribution. I think that upset him. It's Boateng. 10 minutes gone in the second half. Rudiger.
All the players on the field need to see and feel the ball. The goalkeepers are no different to anybody else.
Sane, who hasn't had a great game, he's given that away to Willian. Alves, back to him. Big gap arrived on the left, he couldn't get it out to Coutinho.
He couldn't quite dig the ball out, but in the end it was well defended once again. Kimmich had been caught out. Stindl warming up. So much in Gladbach, chief playmaker.
Mentioned him in the first half. He normally plays off the main front man or as a supporting striker, and I think the time is nearing for Julian Draxler. Only Goretzka who goes off. He's there now, the 24, got his head in. I'd be surprised if he goes off. He's played well. Director gives us a lingering look of Julian Draxler, the starlet of German football when he first burst through at Schalke. He was the youngest player to hit 100 games for Schalke, but then he picked up an Achilles injury, was out for 6 months, never really regained his pomp. This is a good chance for Brazil, and over it goes. Philippe Coutinho. So a couple of sighters now.
This was a better strike. Once again, so much power he gets behind the ball. Coutinho really addresses the ball as if he means it. A bit lower than he shot a few minutes ago, but still too high. He nearly got a touch onto it as well, Kevin Trapp. Wasn't sure it was going over.
This game has real meaning for Brazil. You can see that with the coach. You can understand why. They'd never had a day like the summer of 2014, Belo Horizonte, and the opening 25 minutes were just ghastly for them. Still, you romped into, what was it, a 5-0 lead?
Yeah, I'm not sure there's a word actually that could describe that performance 4 years ago in Brazil. So, just put into perspective really that.
We were both out there, weren't we? The reaction from the Brazilian people, the nation, it was utterly lost.
Forget 1950, and that squad of players never recovered.
Plattenhardt, good challenge, came off the German left-back last.
Yeah, that victory was the worst ever, without question, in the history of their nation.
So Stindl will come on. Haven't seen him yet in these warm-up internationals.
I think there's a good chance of making it because of the paucity of creative players behind the front man. As I said, Özil is a guarantee to go to the World Cup. Yeah, Goetze at the moment. And who else is there really is a guy who can supply that, be that link between the midfield and the strikers, Werner and Thomas Muller.
Good season with the Borussia Mönchengladbach Stindl. Scored just before the international break, actually, against Hoffenheim. Now, here's Casemiro, powerful, strong runner into the path of Paulinho. Williams there in support. Germany have got numbers back now, 7-8 back in time. The momentum broke. Thiago Silva to Chao Miranda. He missed one of their qualifiers. He really was so important for them.
Wasn't favoured for quite a few years, Chao Miranda.
He made his debut 9 years ago. As you say, he's been in the wilderness for long periods. That's a foul on Willian. It's a decent game. I was going to say Marvin Plattenhardt, young Marvin Plattenhardt, I was going to say, because he only played 5 internationals, but he is in his late 20s now. So here comes a change, and it's going to be Leroy Sané who makes way. I don't think he's got any problems in making the squad, but I don't think he's had a particularly good night. And another substitution as well. And they're going to bring on Julian Brandt, and Leon Goretzka makes way for him. Here comes the Leverkusen player who has 9 goals this season. One of the youngsters, Julian Brandt, is only 21 years of age. The European Under-19 title in 2014. A very good Confederations Cup last summer, as did Stindl.
I don't think Goretzka can be too disappointed, actually. He's probably done enough tonight to really convince Joachim Löw that he's a guy to take to the World Cup. And maybe Draxler just is remaining on the field because coach wants him to actually have a few more minutes to help him make his mind up.
Sandro Wagner's going to come on as well. So 3 quick changes for Germany. Brazil the lead with just over an hour gone. And off goes Mario Gomez, and I'm not too sure whether we'll see him at another major championship finals. As Wagner gets a chance to come on. He's only a year younger than Gomez, but his goal-scoring form for Germany has been decent. A couple this season, 5 in his 7 internationals. They're unbeaten when he's in the side. Gomez do enough for you over the 2 games?
No, not quite. I only saw highlights of the first game, actually, Gomez, although he started on the bench, didn't he, so he didn't get too much opportunity to impress. But he's always been the outsider of this group of strikers. That's squad for these 2 matches.
There's a good run by Gundogan. Draxler left on the field of play by his coach. He couldn't get the shot away cleanly or quickly enough.
Shifted it well, Draxler, but once again Brazil covering pretty well. Look how many yellow shirts are back. Competitive, determined not to concede a goal. Alves just does enough to take the sting out of the shot.
Alisson's had very little to do.
Half opportunity that Germany has had. Brazil have scrambled well to help their teammates out and defend it well. They've been exposed but then covered pretty quickly. That will please Tite.
Marcelo. Thiago Silva to Dani Alves. Attempted by Gabriel Jesus. Look at his energy and trying to get back though and win it again. Cross into Julian Brandt. Kimmich with the cross. Well within there. Good piece of defending again by Thiago Silva, who's had a fine night. One back by Boateng. Here's Kroos. More urgency about Germany now. Gundogan, Kimmich. Cross towards the substitute Wagner at the far post, just a little bit too high perhaps. But dealt with again very well by Thiago Silva.
He's played well tonight. former Brazil captain. Could have taken a whack for his troubles there if Wagner's probably just a few minutes more on the field and warmed up. Didn't attack that ball.
In the first half, we were saying they're not the tallest team in international football, but they've dealt with set pieces very, very well. A little bit of anger getting into the game. The referee will have a word with Boateng here and Thiago Silva, I think.
It was actually Rudiger and Casemiro who were facing up to each other. That's more like it. I know it's a friendly. Scrapping for the ball. Too much wrong, didn't he, Rudiger? A little bit messy with the arms.
He's had a decent game, hasn't he, Rudiger?
Yeah, he's played well. I think both sets of defenders have actually done quite well. Yeah, he just got his arm around Casemiro. That's a much better angle to see it. Don't want the game too nice, do we?
Exactly. Stindl. Here's Wagner. Kimmich. And Julian Brandt. Inside beaten by Brazil in the Olympic final in Rio. Played by Stindl once again. Played the last 3 qualifiers, Stindl. That's why the way he was brought in late on, the way Germany do things in preparation for a major championship. Familiar signposts to their methodology, and I think that's why he'll go on the plane. Boateng unhappy. Big Wagner. Marcelo. Coutinho. Dani Alves. Coutinho back to him. Emiliano waiting on the right-hand side. Good ball to the far stick area. And it's well defended by Joshua Kimmich.
Yeah, the awareness to see what was happening. Dani Alves has picked out Coutinho. And the determination to get back and not give that one up. Good header. Nicolas Sula, big central defender.
Here comes that corner kick. It was taken away from the goalkeeper and the header just wide by Gabriel Jesus as he looks for his second.
Won't be pleased about that, the goalkeeper. Big shout, but it's there for Boateng to head clear. Once again, I like to see defenders taking charge. And the issue is that Boateng doesn't really get enough onto it. Not quite an open goal. 2 defenders in front of him. Just tries to steer that one. Jesus, which he has to. The ball is so low, he can't loop it back over Rudiger, who's the last man.
And Sula comes on to replace Jerome Boateng. His 9th international. He played just 20 minutes of World Cup qualifying, the young Bayern Munich defender. Took a full part in their season in 6 of their Champions League games, and he was in the final 2 years ago in the Olympics, and a very good Confederations Cup again, and victorious in that.
Yeah, some consideration as well for Boateng, who's played well tonight. Picks up that little injury, makes sure that there's no chance of aggravating that, and of course would have to answer to Jupp Heynckes as well at Bayern Munich if Boateng were to remain on the field and become more damaged.
Khedira, by the way, is ready to play. He's got his shin pads on beneath his tracksuit, but we didn't think he was ever going to play a part in the game because of the muscle injury picked up at the weekend. And it is heavily strapped, I can tell you. It's Gundogan. Corner by Brandt. Kimmich. well by Fernandinho. He's been very disciplined today. Gundogan arriving onto it. Here's Willian. I think they have been very disciplined as a team, Brazil. Brandt, Toni Kroos. Süle. Substitute defender who's never been beaten as a German international, to Kroos, who dwelt on a little bit too long. Rudiger. Süle picks up the pass. Brandt. Joshua Kimmich. Cross nearly went all the way through to Wagner.
Yeah, worked it well, Germany, just when you needed the real quality ball coming in from the flanks. As Willian provided for Jesus' goal, it wasn't forthcoming.
Plattenhardt. Alves. Good full-back shape there. Throw to Germany, though. Minutes to go. Drops across the box by Carlos Casemiro. The best piece of defending, but they have thrown bodies in there, and he's like a third centre-back at times. Toni Kroos. Good lead by Thiago Silva. And a Draxler. Decent cross in. Big opportunity for Sandro Wagner, and he couldn't take it. Was he going for goal? Was he trying to set up a teammate arriving?
Oh, he's going for goal, Jonathan, I'm sure about that. It's just that he's not able to really muscle around the defender. Yeah, he's fighting so hard actually to get above and around Miranda. It's difficult then for him to control the head. It looks like he was actually trying to knot it down, but I'm pretty sure he was going for goal.
Douglas Costa will come on. Well known to German fans, of course, a couple of years at Bayern. Here come Brazil. Jesus around the back of Rudiger, swept away by Süle.
What about the pass? And a super take from Gabriel Jesus. Could do no more, actually, just to get around Rudiger, enough to fire the ball back across. Well defended in the end for Germany.
Goes Philippe Coutinho. Rather been on the periphery of the game. He's had a couple of opportunities that he's fired over the bar.
Not his best game by any means, Philippe Coutinho. Difficult to impose yourself every time you play.
He's their talismanic goal scorer. When he scores for Brazil, they win games, 100%. The manager seemed happy enough. With the corner, good shout, good claim, confident goalkeeping.
Certainly looks like a full 90 minutes for Kevin Trapp.
Yeah. Each of these teams might go all the way. Germany, of course, have a record 4 World Cup semi-finals in a row, at least. The winners 4 years ago.
Certainly know how to get it done at the World Cup, don't they? 3 consecutive finals in the 80s, 82, 86 and 90.
A horrible final, that 1990 was.
It was an angry, petulant match.
Horrible, wasn't it?
Won't be remembered fondly by anybody.
First two players sent off in a World Cup final, the Argentinians. Here's Brandt. Kimmich back to him. They run again, Kimmich. And Pep Guardiola saying of Joshua Kimmich, go on to be the best in the world. I'm not too sure Pep was talking about him being a right back at that stage. As you were alluding to earlier on, he can play in a variety of positions. He's waiting for the ball now. Lovely ball by Rudiger. Douglas Costa is defending. 15 minutes to go. Cross in, looking for Wagner. Second opportunity he's had. They're half chances, I must add.
Well, that's the best German cross. Schürrle's angry because he feels he should have got onto this ball, but once again, he's super defending from Brazilian defenders. This time it's Thiago Silva. He knows he actually can't get there to cleanly head it himself. What does he do? He cleverly grabs the arm of Schürrle, stops him really throwing himself at the football. It's about as well as I've seen Thiago Silva defend almost ever.
So look at the football we have coming up for you over the Easter weekend. Good Friday at 2:45, huge one here from Macclesfield Town, where Woking in the Vanarama, because they now have a real battle to get into the Football League. Easter Saturday midday at Motherwell against Rangers on 1 HD, Scottish Premier. Wagner, just a little knock, took him down. Good form for Bayern since the move from Hoffenheim. He scored in his last 3 games for them. He has 5 in his last 7. He's got a hat-trick in World Cup qualifying. Mind you, it was against San Marino. Is that really that took him to the national consciousness? In comes a quick cricket from Kroos. Offside.
See that lining up even before the ball was played. He's offering the same kind of threat actually as Mario Gomez, just with a little bit more decisiveness.
Scored at Liverpool this season for Hoffenheim. One thing I would say about him, club goals have come at too many clubs. He's had a nomadic lifestyle really. Sandro Wagner, 7 moves over 13 years, almost like a journeyman centre forward who's come late to this level.
Sometimes it can take a couple of years for you to really impress. Of course, when you mature a little bit, or a lot, that's when you really see the potential of some players. So for him to be prominent now.
How old were you when you came into league football?
23.
Which is late, isn't it? Ian Wright was late. Ian Wright was late.
That's like 5-6 years after those guys already established at football club. And that can take you a while, you know, to understand truly the professional game, and then some of the things that kids are learning at 19, 20, you're only learning about 3-4 years later. So the determination, and of course the hard work, and just a little bit of ability as well helps to fast track yourself.
This is a good run by Douglas Costa. He's all alone at the moment. Sula timed that superbly, didn't he? What a good tackle.
He's some good defending tonight, but he can make that challenge, Nicolas Sula, because there's nobody from Brazil. Costa has looked not once, but twice. Who can I play to? He could have played it early on. He just waited and waited. And in the end, that gave Sula the opportunity to make a great tackle.
And that's why FIFA have a responsibility to protect the art of tackling. A tackle like that. Majestic.
Pretty well for a big guy, doesn't he? Costa's, well, he's probably the quickest player on the show right now.
Gulped up the arms, didn't he, Willian? Marcelo, very restrained in his attacking play. Dani Alves touch wasn't great. I don't think he intended it to go there into Shal Miranda.
It's a lucky bad touch for him.
And the German change. Be the man who I think is most likely to lead their attack in the summer. Young Tino Werner of Leipzig. He's 18 goals for his club this season. He's 4 in his last 5 games for Germany.
Yeah, they do very often go for that balance if they can get it, and they've got enough good players to choose from. Germany, one quicker guy, not always necessarily a smaller player, but one who's got real speed and is a great mover with or without the ball. Klinsmann and Voller, and have the balance, a more physical player, better head of the ball. You've got a hold-up player, plays like Oliver Bierhoff.
Draxler has seen that Werner's going to come off. And the shot was always rising there from Lars Stindl, whose unbeaten record as a German international could be going in 10 minutes' time. Worked very hard, the Brazilians. He's staying on, Draxler. It's Gundogan who goes off. A little bit sorry for him, because I don't think he's been given his natural role today.
He's never been a sitter by Gundogan. I'm not sure we'll ever see him back to his best before the injuries as a Dortmund player.
Around the corner from Stindl. Süle. Kroos, who's played in every minute of the 2 games. Towards Plattenhardt, the best passes of the game there. There's Draxler. Rudiger arrives. Now Stindl. Brazil very solid, good shape. Salute brings it out now. A little bit more licence to come forward on this counter. Wasn't the best of touches there, but it comes out to Willian.
Well, we're not seeing a Brazilian player jogging or walking when they should be running.
Douglas Costa, Marcelo. Douglas Costa again. Marcelo did enough to force a Brazilian corner kick with 8 minutes to go. At 29, he's the youngest of the back 4. Silva is 33, as is João Miranda. Dani Alves is 34 now. They're all fairly sprightly still. Thiago Silva's been super.
As I said earlier, I think maybe he relieved of the captaincy, just seems to allow him to concentrate on the defensive job on the field.
Willian with it, Silva's at the back post. There's the goal scorer, Gabriel Jesus.
Well, they both left it. They won the ball, Werner and Kroos between them. They both left it for each other. And the moment was lost.
Switched out by Casemiro. It's Douglas Costa. Paulinho. Scored against Russia on Friday, going for another one there.
Probably no bigger job in Brazil than being captain of the Seleção. Or bigger than the president. So countries, don't they, talk about how it's either being the prime minister or president, it's the bigger job, and then captain of the national team for the favoured sport, an Australian cricket captain, and then English football captain, if you like.
Just a quick thought on Jesus. Played 146, 47 minutes of the 2 games now. As Brandt has an effort for Germany that goes well wide, but it took a deflection and goes wide. Now bear in mind that Jesus had what, a couple of months out with that medial ligament injury. I wonder if Manchester City will be happy that he's still on.
As well, Brandt's come inside. Once again, Thiago Silva to deflect that shot wide. Club managers are never happy, are they?
Comes the corner kick. Oh, it was missed in the... Oh, was it? No, it was missed in the middle by Thiago Silva. Didn't quite come to Werner at the far post. Well, they haven't missed much in the middle. Brazil, the two centre-backs.
No, German head gone on to the end of that.
Wagner, is it?
Wagner, is it? Yeah. Yeah, Wagner maybe just brushes off the head of Thiago Silva as well. Werner's in an offside position.
6'4", Wagner. He has the height advantage in there. Here's Jesus, pressurising Rudiger, who did well enough and has done well enough throughout the game, actually.
Defenders have been on top, no doubt about that.
So 5 minutes to go then, in the Olympiastadion in Berlin. Brazil lead 1-0 Don't forget, Premier League football is back with you. And on Easter Saturday, you can follow every twist and turn on BT Sport Score. And then on Easter Saturday, tea time, Everton against Manchester City is live for you. Here's Brandt. Knocked away by Charles Miranda. Marcelo.
This is a resolute Brazilian performance, isn't it?
Now here's a chance for Germany, and he's overrun it. And it went away from Werner. The touch was too heavy. Yes, it is a resolute Brazil performance, and we know they've got stardust and they can glitter so brightly, but they've shown us another side of them here today.
Yes, a side that we don't see too often. We saw it, I think, with Carlos Dunga's team, you know, sort of pre-South Africa 2010 and during the tournament to an extent. I wonder if they'll just be a little bit more adventurous come Russia in a couple of months' time. I have the feeling that they won't be. They'll believe that what they have in the final third will be enough allied to this group of players, and that means Neymar really as they start to come back, of course.
Kimmich, Brandt, who's made an impression since he came on. That's a lovely ball whipped in, and Draxler stretching at the far post has lifted it over. Impossible for him to get it back across goal from there, but what a lovely ball it was in from a player who's done well since he came on.
Great delivery. Once again, Thiago Silva knows he can't do much to actually head the ball himself, in fact nothing, and just grabs the arm of Wagner and once again puts him off, and he's not quite at full stretch, unable to make it.
Marcelo into Paulinho. Going back out to Dani Alves, who hit Kroos with the effort, Toni Kroos. Now Stindl dawdled on it. Marcelo going on and loving that moment. Douglas Costa's across there with it. Germany have less than 3 minutes to stretch their unbeaten run to national record levels.
As well as Brazil has played tonight, Germany will be able to force the issue more when they have a full quota. All their best players, the ones who are fit and available. Lovely piece of skill from Douglas Costa, then just grabs the arm of Julian Brandt, sees the free kick. Well, they'll be disappointed, of course, if they're not able to get themselves back on level terms.
Sandro Wagner. Here's Brandt. Quick feet there. A very bright young player. Rudiger. Curious route in. Marcelo might have been nudged off it by Wagner in there, but the flag stayed down.
I've seen too many of Brazil's qualifiers actually for Russia 2018, but from what I hear, of course they've been resolute, they've been quite defensive and had enough stardust in the final third.
Marcelo away.
Ordinarily that wouldn't please the Brazilian public, but after the debacle of 2014, I think they just accept that the team is winning. And once again looking strong going into a World Cup.
They didn't get off to a great start, did they, in that qualifier? They were beaten by Chile away. And sticky results carried on. It's a dangerous ball in there by Platini. They drew away at Argentina, home to Uruguay and Paraguay. We're 2 down there with 11 minutes to go before Ricardo Oliveira and Dani Alves pulled them back into it. But then, once Tite had taken over, goodness me, it was win, 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 win. And they're heading for another here with a minute to go. And Germany force an equaliser. Toni Kroos with the corner kick. Brilliant header away. Comes out to Kimmich. And, well, the hand on the header of Rudiger spoke volumes there. And the crowd is very quiet. Once again, this Olympic Stadium in Berlin, Hoodoo has come back to hit Germany. As I mentioned before, they've lost more games here than in any other of their German venue cities.
And these players, as is in the Premier League in England, they're so used to tight, big grounds, but quite tight. Fans are close to the pitch. Real fantastic atmosphere generated.
Casemiro's taking a chance. Werner. By Draxler. Stindl tried to force it on and cleared away by Fernandinho. Very steady for Brazil. Conservative but steady. And it's been the outball on the right-hand side, and that hit the assistant's board there. 3 minutes to go of stoppage time.
Cese's wanted to keep the shape of the team and players who are fully tuned, just made a one substitution.
To go back to the European Championship finals of 2016 for their last defeat, it was in Marseille against the French. A long run for Germany. It's about to come to an end. The flag is raised against Gabriel Jesus.
I think he'd be pleased that he's got lots of game time in the national team. Jesus, I don't think he'd be too concerned at the moment what Pep Guardiola thinks about that. He mentioned he's had a little bit of time out. Just a couple of months of the season. And he's a young kid, so I can't imagine that he's going to be feeling too tired come the end of the campaign.
Only 20. And Werner tried the back heel to Plattenhardt. Brandt. 90 seconds of stoppage time to go. This was blocked by Marcelo. It's a good little run there by Stindl into the position.
Yeah, this would be a kick in the teeth for Brazil if they were to concede.
Short tap corner kick. Cross comes back out to Draxler, hit it well! Germany's best chance of the night. It's come and gone.
Could not have hit that more sweetly, Julian Draxler. And luckily for Alisson Becker, that was straight at him. Did well actually to put it over the bar, that was travelling.
Plattenhardt. Is this their last chance? 30 seconds of stoppage time to go. They've got to get it in there. Plattenhardt. And Brandt. Mobile. Clever player. Two Brazilian players on him. He's forced the corner. This will be their last opportunity.
Yeah, they did well, Brazil, to make sure that easy cross ones are going to come in. Bernard wanted to get onto his left foot. Now he has a free hit.
Big moment here for Sandro Wagner, for many reasons. Plattenhardt curls it away, it's headed out, and Brazil have ended Germany's 22-match unbeaten record, a setback for the World Cup holders as Brazil exercised some of the ghosts of 2014. With a winner here, secured by Gabriel Jesus in the first half. It's finished Germany 0, Brazil 1. I hope you enjoyed it. From Eppen and myself, a very good night to you. And I hope it's just teased your appetite for the summer. With Germany beaten here.